What would happen if you took a modern-day Jake Paul and then you put him in a children's movie? Do you know? Well, I do, because recently I sat down to watch A Genie's Tale, but not tale like story, it's like a dog. This movie is about a dog. In fact, as I sit here and put my thoughts together for the first time, that may be the only redeeming thing about this film. In my last movie review, someone claimed that I think that all children's movies are bad, and you know what? They're right. I do think children's movies are bad. The bad ones, of course. We all know the Paul brothers have a pretty sizable catalog of films up their sleeves, none of which even come close to being watchable. But as far as I've seen, not a single person has decided to cover this movie, and that makes me nervous. Given that my anxiety has never stopped me before, though, I say we hold our breath and dive into this, because boy, oh boy, there's a lot to unpack.
Okay, maybe I should start at the beginning.
All right, I guess we're opening with that trope. That's fine. I'm having a little trouble wrapping my head around this, because what I don't want to do is just immediately call the film out for lazy writing. I mean, literally, the screen is still black. But yeah, man, this shit is so recycled. I feel like I can't even make fun of it because the entire concept of this trope is buried beneath layers of irony. When the screen stops being black, we see that the film was produced by Tons of Fun Productions, and now I'm starting to think this is a money laundering scheme. Have you ever seen a place called, like, Donut Town or Munch Zone and wondered, oh, well, no, I've never eaten there, and I've never seen anyone in there. I wonder what they sell. Well, it would seem that Tons of Fun Productions is the same concept, and guys, the answer is drugs. After the opening credits, we're introduced to these two genies named Joe and Mo. What if I didn't tell you who was who? Huh? What would you do about it? So basically, these guys have been stuck in this genie lamp for almost 400 years, and Mo, the one in red, fuck! I gave it away, shit! He's getting excited because he's only 5 wishes away from genie retirement.
I just want to get these 5 wishes over with so I can retire to Cabo for eternity.
I'm not entirely sure what genie retirement entails, nor do I understand the concept of their employment in the first place, but Mo thinks that Joe doesn't take the job seriously enough.
At least I don't have some sort of weird obsession with bow ties.
At least I didn't make the dinosaurs extinct.
At least I didn't create chores.
At least I didn't create broccoli.
Okay, pause here. Are they just straight up God? The broccoli thing is cute and funny, you know, but since when were genies responsible for mass extinction events? Anyway, they fight for a bit, and then we transition into a bedroom where we meet 3 of way too many child actors in this movie. We have Benji, the youngest brother, Drew, the middle child, and Emma, the older sister. And hey, I know that look-based insults are, like, pretty cheap. I really do understand that, but I hate looking at this child. I was a camp counselor for a number of years, so I can tell you that based on looks alone, this is the exact type of kid that would not be getting snack on my watch. Anyway, Drew's a magician, and he needs help preparing his magic trick because his ex-best friend Lucas dropped his ass.
No wonder Lucas quit being your assistant. And your friend.
All right, man, you're probably right, my bad. Well, it turns out that the oldest sibling, Emma, has been recording this entire conversation. And look, I don't know what kind of devious project she's cooking up, but what I do know is that this footage is unusable. Turn it off. After being shown a grotesque close-up of Benji eating cheese balls, we see that Drew is in fact not good at magic, so thank God I can hate on him.
You know what you should wish for when you blow out your birthday candles tonight?
What?
Some talent.
And you need to blow your fucking nose. Drew gets butthurt by this absolute betrayal and proceeds to create a dividing line in the bedroom, and that's dumb because they have bunk beds. But at the same time, Mo and Joe are setting up a perimeter of their own, so, okay. Downstairs in the kitchen, the mother returns home after a 3-hour trip to the grocery store.
You know how the grocery store can be.
Uh-huh.
I ran into Genie, who wanted to hear all about the vlog.
Ah, okay, there it is, yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, Vlogger Mommy is home. Personally, I'd like to know how many calls from your children you ignored while trying to film your Target haul. Hold the phone, though. Because Mom reveals...
I guess you caught me. I did not just go to the grocery store.
I knew it.
No, in fact, she was out picking up an early birthday gift for Drew. Now, when she entered the house, we saw her carrying a ton of bags, right? Yeah, okay, well, how did she manage to sneak a whole ass puppy into the house? Poor fucker was probably gasping for air, trapped under a box of wheat thins.
This is so unfair. Drew gets a dog for his birthday? I've asked for one like a million times.
You all get the dog! Apparently the woman at the shelter said that the dog is mini, so it won't get any bigger, but dude, look at the size of this puppy. Your ass just got scammed.
3 kids, a vlog, and 1 small dog is enough for this mom.
Shut your dirty, filthy mouth. Mom reveals that she invited ex-best friend Lucas and his family over for dinner, so does Drew's family just hate him? Well, it would seem so, because according to Emma, the only reason she wants to invite them over is because Mommy wants to take Lucas's dad to the Bone Zone.
Are you sure this is for Drew's sake? And not because you want to see Lucas's dad?
Oh, guys.
Oh, guys, come on, ew! Drew and Emma go outside to walk the dog where they see this cranky old lady, Mrs. Crabtree. Then this girl pulls up in a convertible Volkswagen van and holy shit, it's Austin and Ally, like Austin and Ally. Yeah, so this is Genie, but not Genie like Genie, you know, like Genie. Fuck. Anyway, she hops out of the van for literally like a split second and Mrs. Crabtree is like,
Genie, how many times do I have to tell you not to leave your van running in the middle of the street?
unnecessary bit. Also not funny. Okay, so Genie is absolutely quirked up to shit. She's a beauty school reject, and the film makes her out to be really, really dumb. The beauty school told her that she's, quote, not ready to work on people yet, and that's concerning because what does that mean? Whatever it means, she decides on the spot that she's now going to become a pet groomer. And before you ask any questions, don't, okay? We got a lot of movie to get through. The kids then take the dog to a park, and Drew just starts shouting commands at the completely untrained puppy.
Sit. Spin.
Okay, hold on. Spin? Right, sit was understandable, okay? Like, he's already laying down, but, like, this motherfucker is fresh. Spin? Clearly, he hasn't unlocked that upgrade yet.
Come.
No, not that one! Also, I just noticed this, but look at the placement of the pop socket on Emma's phone. That completely defeats the purpose of the device. Like, if she was actually holding it there, this is what it would look like. Do the trick again! Do the trick again! As they try to come up with a name for the dog, Emma suggests...
How about Snowball? Seriously.
And normally I would agree with his reaction to that name because that is a name for crusty inbred mammals. But guess what Drew comes up with?
I want something magical. Of course you do. What about just magic?
Get it? Because he likes magic. Magic goes over and starts sniffing this hole, and I mean, he's really getting in there. Look at his legs. But little do they know that they're about to dig up the lamp that contains Joe and Mo. In the rumble, Joe ends up getting a hold of Mo's wishing necklace right as Drew begins to, and I don't know what direction he was given here, but I mean, he rubs and lathers the fuck out of that lamp, causing Joe to be transported out. So now we're at the birthday dinner where we meet a few more characters. We got Lucas's father, Lucas's older brother, and this kid, Oliver. Wait, hold on a second. Gotta run some numbers real quick. Yes. Guys, I figured it out. It's the Uncanny Valley dancing kid from TikTok. Holy shit. You guys remember that crazy ad he did for Sonic? That shit was horrendous. Okay, so we have the main kids, right? They're normal because they actually act like children. But if you know me, one thing that I cannot stand in children's movies is when they make the children act like full-blown adults. In this film, however, they go a step further, not only making them act like cheeky adults, but also straight-up sadistic villains.
What's the name of your puppy?
You should name him Wimpy.
Yeah, Wimpy.
Hey.
Just like you.
And I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place here, right? Because I can't stand looking at Drew. But when I look at Lucas, all I see is red. And this, for me, creates a truly captivating film. Because how often do you get to watch a movie where all of the characters are unlikable by accident? Emma has a slightly redeeming moment a few seconds later, though, because she knows that Oliver likes him. So she proceeds to absolutely whip the shit out of him.
You guys are so annoying.
Sorry, Emma.
Speaking of Oliver, when the conversation about the upcoming magic show opens up, he says this.
I've been practicing my act too. Not magic though.
What are you planning, Oliver? Oliver, what's in the bag? So Lucas gets all shady and tells Oliver to come with him to the kitchen. And by the way, the parents just watched all of that and let it happen. You know, a real mom would have hit him with the boys. In the kitchen, once again acting like a 50-year-old man, Lucas slams his cup of water down like a half-empty glass of whiskey and notices the genie lamp sticking out of Drew's bag. He assumes that it's Drew's big trick, so he steals it and Oliver's like, you can't do that. And Lucas is like,
Yeah.
watch. He then has a villainous soliloquy, smashes the birthday cake, and wipes it on the dog to blame him. Now, a couple things about this. First of all, everyone believes it.
Oh, magic, bad puppy.
Second of all, make this make sense. I dare you. That puppy is puny. How's he gonna get on the counter? And fine, let's say he did get up there somehow. Sure, well, that's chocolate cake. And they don't address it because here they are hours later mourning their awkward party with no concern for the animal.
None for you. None for you. You've had enough.
Go to the vet! So yeah, Mom brings in one surviving slice of cake, telling Drew that he at least needs to blow out his candles and make a wish. His wish is so weird and specific. He wishes for magic to be as big as the other family's dog, Bruiser. But my question to that is like, what is that gonna do for you? Do you want them to fight? Well, I guess we're gonna find out because the next morning, the dog is fucking huge and that's not all.
Wait, where's magic? Where's my puppy?
That would be me.
He talks. So this is actually Joe, the genie, inside of the dog, and he acts pretty much exactly how you would expect him to.
You're magic? Who's talking? You're huge.
Yeah, if you could have seen how I was. I'm actually looking pretty fit.
Once again, we are cursed with a talking creature who only speaks in quips. Drew calls Emma in and she freaks out, and then the dog reveals to them that his name is Joseph the Jovial, which, mind you, it's not very magical of a name. It just means he's happy and excited. And then he reveals to them that Lucas was actually the one who did the cake thing. So don't worry, I know you guys were so nervous. Since Drew was the one who rubbed the lamp, that means he's the only one who can make wishes. So he wishes for this weird magic set with a really long name.
Your wish is my command.
That's a suitcase. So because Joe is trapped inside the dog, his magic powers don't work that well. And honestly, okay, it's a pretty decent plot device. You know, it keeps the story moving. I'm letting you have this once. But all of a sudden they hear their mom coming down the hall, so they have to act natural.
I left you breakfast on the table. Benji's already eaten. I'll be in the workout room streaming the vlog, so no interruption.
They don't know what it is. The writers don't know what a vlog is, do they? Outside on the street, the other kids are posted up looking as criminal as you can make children look. They have a fucking canine unit. They're trying to figure out how to make the genie lamp work. And dude, that is so shocking to me. Maybe I'm just being stuck up, but I'm pretty sure that rubbing a genie lamp is just like common genie lore.
Are you sure it's even part of a magic trick? Maybe it's real.
What the fuck? Despite all their attempts, they still think it's Drew's secret trick, so they head off to, quote, ask the source. Bye. In the kitchen, the kids eat plain toast and nothing else, so their mother is actually a criminal. So they instead wish for donuts, which goes horribly, and when Benji walks in, I get annoyed. So at this point, they're taking all measures to avoid their mom seeing the dog, but I think that's absolutely ridiculous. The dog lives in the house. She's gonna find out. Benji ends up blackmailing them, demanding candy for silence, but keep in mind, he's only like 7. And that dog is big.
That kid is straight up gangster.
Wait, whoa. Can he say that? The other kids go into a magic shop where Lucas and Drew used to buy their tricks together, but guess who they find there?
Ta-da! Wendell, the wondrous, at your service.
Well, folks, it's time for us to face our fears. Here's Jake Paul as Wendell the Wondrous. Watching Jake Paul do anything is just generally unbearable, but watching him hide behind his true personality as a character is infuriating. He agrees to investigate the lamp, but as they leave, he tries to sell them on some other magic tricks, and dude, I can't watch.
Oh, something's growing. Oh.
Back at the house, the kids come up with the idea to try wishing Joe out of the dog, but apparently...
Can't we just wish you out of our dog?
I wish. We can't grant wishes for ourselves.
But that doesn't really add up for me, because it wouldn't be a wish for him, it would be a wish for them. Leave! He does let them know that all they need to do to get him out is rub the lamp again, and thinking that Drew has it, he gets excited for a little bit too long.
Woohoo! Woohoo! Woohoo!
Nice moves, Joe.
After rifling through his bag, though, Drew discovers that he does not have the lamp, but all of a sudden, once again...
What a great sesh.
Mom.
What kind of sesh? Where's Lucas's dad? The kids scurry out to hide the dog and take him on a walk, and then we cut back to the magic shop where Wendell is being a piece of shit. While trying to clean the lamp, he rubs it, releasing Mo from his shackles. And folks, would you like to see some more Jake Paul cringe acting?
Hob, back. Back.
Also, guys, update. As I'm editing this, I just noticed that there is a frame of this shot where Jake literally looks into the camera. He's been camera trained for years. I don't understand how he's still doing this. Fuck yourself. Wendell doesn't believe what he's seeing, so he proceeds to be really touchy and annoying, just as I would expect Jake Paul to do. In the midst of this, we even get to see one of Jake's trashy neck tattoos. Guess they didn't care about covering that shit up. The first thing he wishes for is a new magician's outfit. So you're gonna watch, and then I'm gonna explain.
Your wish is my command.
Okay, number 1. I don't think it's appropriate for him to be wearing that. Number 2, who thought this hairstyle was gonna work out? Jake's hair is so dead and fucked up that you can see each individual follicle begging for help. But after that's settled, we cut back to Drew and Emma walking the highly trained celebrity dog while he does a trick. Each movement costs 100K. Then they run into Genie, who's now picked up dog walking, I guess. She has this one dog, though, that's fucking awesome. It's like this little old-ass chihuahua. I want it so bad.
Seriously, I love grooming dogs way more than people, because if they don't like what I do, they can't say anything.
Out of context, horrible. Horrible. They take Joe back to the spot where Magic originally found the lamp so he can sniff it out, and like someone is about to get stabbed, the evil kids emerge from the forest in a V formation. I'm sorry, just look at him. Do you guys understand what I'm talking about? Like, I need to see this kid get humbled so badly. Anyway, the kids start freaking out.
That's definitely not helping.
Then Joe disguises himself by putting himself in a stroller, which is stupid, and the two teams have a standoff.
Good luck with your top secret trick. You'll need it.
What's that supposed to mean?
You know, Lucas annoys me so much that response was actually pretty funny, I gotta say.
You should bring your wimp dog next time. Bruiser could use a snack.
Yeah, okay, the older brother, he's starting to talk too much. I don't like his vibe. Joe picked up the scent of the lamp on Lucas, but was also able to tell that he didn't have it anymore. So sorry, guys. Sounds like you're gonna have to meet Jake Paul. In fact, we meet him again seconds later as he boasts about the lavish new lifestyle he's going to live as a professional magician.
I mean, I really think the fancy and famous lifestyle is going to suit me so well.
Wendell ends up mentioning that the lamp was brought in by some kids, and Mo's like, kids? So he begins his own selfish journey to find them. Back at home, the kids have to hide Joe again because Mommy's on a vlog break, and out of nowhere, she's like, hey, remember how I'm fucking your friend's dad?
Oh, sweetie, I know it's hard, me and your best friend's dad.
By the way, after that happens, she finally starts wondering where the dog is 40 minutes into the film. Somehow they get away with the excuse that he's sleeping and she's out of there, and then once again, for the first time in the film, they actually feed the dog. It's like they were halfway through writing this movie and they were like, okay, so he'll get there, and then, oh, shit. Joe doesn't fuck with the food, though, so he literally just pillages the entire kitchen. I actually really like this part, but only because I get to watch a cute dog be really well trained and do smart dog tasks.
I can't believe it's not butter.
Whoa, you guys get the rights for that? But yeah, he makes a big mess, and it's goofy. Whatever. Back at the shop, Mo is concerned about the kids getting access to the lamp, so he tries to convince Wendell to sell them something else.
And that you would love to give them a better one. This one.
That is a good one.
You know, I can smell his stink. Do you guys ever get that sensation? Anyway, everyone seems to have shady motives here, so I'm just gonna move on. Look at this smug motherfucker taking a phone call like he's running a Fortune 500. The phone is so big that it's literally the size of his head. They get intercepted by the other kids and shit goes down.
Oh no, Nerdbot is mad.
Nerdbot. I am Nerdbot.
Okay, stop. Fucking knew it, dude. They couldn't help themselves. They had to have his dancing skills. This ends up turning into a full-blown fight, and Lucas's brother goes crazy like, come on, Lucas, do it. Take a shot. But Lucas can't do it, so he runs away, leaving Oliver a changed man. Now it's seeming like Ryder, the older brother, is becoming the main villain, and I don't really understand that. The whole motive for the rivalry came from Drew and Lucas, so honestly, I think he just wants to kill for sport. What happens next is dumb, though. The dog chases Ryder off, but instead of running after him, he decides to get on a skateboard to chase him. To me, this is the film's way of saying, we know he can run, but we spent a lot of money on this dog. But with Oliver now on the team, they now have new information on the whereabouts of the lamp, so they head off to find it. Also, somehow Joe managed to tie Ryder to a tree, so nothing really matters. Does it? When they arrive at the shop, Wendell distracts the kids, and Joe notices Mo hiding, but when Mo realizes it's Joe, wow, that's exhausting. He's like, I'm gonna get you. But then the kids run away. Oops. This launches us into a huge chase scene. Hijinks and debauchery aplenty. But there's this extra that has a reaction shot in the middle of it, and I think it's fucking great.
Sorry!
The chase sequence is super long, mainly because they do a bunch of unnecessary shit along the way. There's this one part where instead of running, you know, around it, they scale the entirety of a jungle gym just to show off the dog's tricks. Then they make him shoot a basketball so he can say a corny catchphrase.
Look out, here we go. Bam! That's it. Nothing but net.
And then they just end up in a goddamn storage locker. What are we fighting for, guys? Inside the locker, Joe reveals that Mo is indeed his brother, and Benji's like,
Yes!
Then Joe has a whole I deserve my fate monologue, but the kids are like, nah, we got it. And they leave the locker right in time for the others to catch them. Useless. Eventually, they end up spotting Joe and the kids hiding behind a wall, so they set up a cheese ball trail to lure him over, effectively capturing him. Okay, so because the kids are dumb, they think that Joe simply ran away, right? Because it's not like they were being chased or anything. So they embark on a search for him in the woods.
Here, boy.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, honestly, do you think he actually wanted to dance in this movie? Because so far they've made him dance in the most inappropriate situations possible. Okay, so we know this is a super serious moment in the film, right? Loss, grief, but we were thinking, what if you just started busting it down all funky like? Anyway, this moment becomes quite the conversation piece when Emma stumbles upon him and asks him a highly confusing question.
What do you do?
What do I do? You mean like in general? He reveals that he was actually practicing something for her. And dude, wouldn't it be awesome if that was how he asked her out? I love you. Lucas unties Ryder from that tree, and then he has this huge breakdown about his change of heart. But Ryder is still being aggressive and now has his own motives for the lamp.
If you won't come, then I'll do it myself.
Lucas takes this opportunity to make amends with his old friends, which means now we've got a full-blown team, baby. Okay, so in the following moments, everyone fucks up. Who's surprised? While Wendell tries to hide Joe, Ryder sneaks in and steals the lamp right before the kids show up. Then, in a very confusing turn of events, Joe initiates a game of Marco Polo, which somehow allows them to escape.
Marco!
Polo?
Emma, grab Joe!
What?
Now look, I know I'm getting tired of this movie, but at this point in the film, it really just feels like the writers had no idea how to move the plot forward. Ryder takes the lamp home and rubs Mo out. Whoa,
Hey, yo,
whoa,
what the
you
fuck?
gotta watch the wording. Then he just straight up threatens Mo, and it basically sounds like he's saying, I know what you people are like.
I know about you, genies. I've seen all the movies. You guys are manipulative and dangerous.
Back on the street, Joe explains his relationship with Mo to Wendell, and then Jake Paul tries to act cute, and I hate it.
You see, our lamp was buried in the park.
That's all I needed to show you. Back to Ryder. So because he can't actually make any wishes on account of him not owning the lamp, he's like, okay, guess I'll put it on Facebook Marketplace. Almost immediately, someone named Mr. M messages him about the lamp and flat out offers $1 million for it. So now a 14-year-old boy is going to a random airplane hangar planning to come home with $1 million in cash. No question. The kids arrive right as Ryder leaves to once again find nothing. But when they open his computer and see the messages with Mr. M, they're like, fuck! So they hop into Genie's van and they head off to the airport.
Night Rider 15.
Hi. I'm Chris Hansen. Well, it would seem that Mr. M is a pilot. Not sure why I wasn't tipped off by the airplane hangar. And my first question is like, why does he need it? But if I really think about it, I'm not exactly sure why any of these people need the lamp. I mean, at the very least, they could have given Mr. M like a much more sketchy profession, something like I don't know, like a hotel manager. Anyway, Ryder proves that the lamp is real, but then Genie busts in and pretends to be a cop. None of that matters though, right? Like, who cares? Everyone in this movie is dumb. And you know what? Fuck it. I can't take it anymore. You can't take it anymore. So let's just wrap this up, shall we? While she's distracting him, the kids activate a switch on the magic box, which hides the lamp, and Mr. M is like,
That's it. I'm done.
but then Ryder accidentally shakes it out of the box. So Drew says,
Get that lamp!
and everyone jumps for it. Some of them don't even look like they're diving. It's like they were just directed to jump and have fun at the most intense moment of the movie. But none of that matters, because when Ryder does regain control of the lamp, possibly the most unexpected thing in the entire film happens.
Get in the lamp, you miserable.
I'll save you, Mo!
Oh my god! Is he... Did he?
He's gone.
Holy fucking shit! Now look, I've done plenty of movie reviews where I've joked about characters dying, but I didn't expect them to actually follow through. But don't worry guys, it doesn't last long, because Wendell uses his final wish to save Joe. The first good thing that Jake Paul has done ever. Oh, by the way, Ryder's like,
Listen, guys, I'm really sorry. I've been a huge jerk.
But you did the right thing, Ryder.
no, not really. You committed real crime. Okay, folks, now we've reached the end of the film, so I think let's just do like a rundown, yeah? Drew and Lucas do their magic act together, Oliver dances again, but when that's all over, we get tipped off on something rather sus.
Thanks. I won it as part of the prize for the talent show. I get to be featured in the Howler app.
Yeah, okay, this is juicy. It would now seem that this entire movie was just product placement for the very real and on the App Store Howler app. Wendell wears it in the beginning, Oliver's wearing it now, and I'm just sitting here thinking like, of course. The movie has a happy ending, but at the very end, they decide to do a Where Are They Now section that's way too long. However, the only one I really care about is Wendell's, because they thought it would be cute to say, Wendell sold his magic shop to try his hand at becoming a YouTuber. We hear it's going quite well. Shut the fuck up! And what a great way for it to end, right? because it's over. Ladies and gentlemen, the movie reviews never stop coming. They're like lightning, they're like zap. I kind of had a hard time with this one. This one genuinely felt a little rougher to get through. It was mainly because the same stuff was happening over and over again, and I was having trouble formulating new ideas, but hey, that means it's bad. Ladies and gentlemen, of course, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment for interaction. I don't know what interaction's gonna do to me this time, but I'm feeling crazy. And by the way, guys, I have a rather big announcement here. This is my last video that's ever going to be shot in this room. Pretty crazy, right? This is because I'm moving soon. I'm gonna have a big new office now. The next video will be in a different space that's not in my office, but I can't give away too much about that because where's the fun? But yeah, I guess that's all I have for you this time. But until next time, this is it, guys. The final turn off of the light in the space. The final one. It's happening now. Oh, it got brighter. Oh, it got brighter again. It's still, fuck!